Hey guys, so I just tried recording this video and it completely deleted my video, so I'm so upset. So we're back. I'm doing a take two. So I know I haven't posted videos lately, and I was thinking, what's something I can do that's interesting, that is a little different from my story times, but still kind of similar to story times, and still on the subject of like the occult. I know spells are not a positive thing to cast on people and something to be proud of, but when people do you wrong and dirty, things happen. I'm gonna start off with like the least worst spell that I've done, and then work my way towards like the spell that I feel like was kind of bad and I'll never probably do again to somebody because it was kind of mean. First one. This is what people say: don't do love spells on people. People really just say don't do like love spells in general, but there's people that say don't do love spells if you don't really love that person. So this was probably when I was like 18, and I had met this guy online, and I thought he was so cute, so tall, like perfect chocolate man tall. Yeah, that's it, that's the target. We were like hanging out a little bit and talking on the phone and texting a lot, and it got to the point where he was basically like, I really don't want to make you my girl because I feel like where I come from is gonna put you through a lot, and I don't want to put you through anything that you don't need. Like, I don't want to like get locked up and go to jail, and then you're like over here just sad and heartbroken, when I've dealt with girls that are used to that, and that's just like a normal for them. I was just kind of like, so I remember like at first everything was cool, and then he told me that, and I was just kind of like, whatever, I'm not about to even listen to you. So I did the Espíritu Tranquilo spell, and for those that don't know, it's like a candle you do every night, every single night. And I even have like another spell I did on him. I did another one where like you put their name in your shoe, like I did that one too, and it's like a dominating spell. I remember I did those, and I kid you guys not, I had this man taking me to the mall, spending money on me, picking me up, dropping me off. I don't have my car, but you know what? I'll Uber you. I'll Uber you there and back. And then eventually I realized he just wasn't smart. Like, I know that sounds bad, but I just realized that he had nothing going for himself. I just realized that he was really just dumb. And it sounds mean to say, but there's people that you meet that are just really stupid, like kind of bubbly, but dumb. And it's just irritating sometimes. And this is how this person was, and I realized it. Why did I do this? I did it because he was cute. I don't even want this. Like, you're not, there's no, like, you don't. Why did I even do a spell on somebody just because I thought they were attractive? Got to the point where I was just like, I can't take this anymore. Like, I forgot what he said, but he said something that just made me so mad, and I was like, I can't keep doing this. Like, I can't keep being fake and acting like I'm still into him, because I really wasn't into him anymore, but I was just acting like I was, because I didn't know what else to do. He said something stupid, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I'm blocking him, I'm deleting him. So I went and I deleted him, and I blocked him, and I did it on Instagram, Snapchat. Next freaking day I had another request, and it was from him. Hey, I made a new Snapchat. What did you make a new Snapchat for? Like, for what? I get a request on Instagram from a new Instagram account. It was his. Didn't accept it. I get another request from another Instagram account from his, adding me, and I'm just like, why do you have like 3 Instagram accounts? It was just weird to me. Like, I don't know. I really want to say it was that freaking spell, because I did kind of make him like be super into me, and I was just like, never mind, like, I'm not doing this again. So I just kept him blocked on everything. I didn't talk to him for like maybe 6 months, and then after that we just became really cool and cordial. So there's a reason why you don't do love spells unless you're really in love with somebody, and make sure they don't treat you like shit. But even then, you don't do love spells. My second one. Now this one's a little more where people might be like, why did you do that? You shouldn't have done that. I was mad and I wanted to be petty, and I feel like, don't cross me when I'm really nice. I had been wanting to be a server for so freaking long. I remember like I wanted to be a server so freaking bad, and I had been trying for 3 years to get an opportunity where I could serve, and nobody would give me a chance. So eventually I came across this job that was like, look, we'll start you off as a host, we'll move you up, and you could be a server, and you'll be a server. And I was like, oh yes, like finally, I'm excited, whatever. And when I was working there, everybody liked me. I got along with everybody. I had no problems or issues with anybody. Yet when there was a new girl that started working there, I had a bunch of problems. All of a sudden I wasn't doing my job right, and there was complaints about me, and she was the only one that had complaints about me. I hadn't met her, and I thought she was really nice. Like, I thought she was cool. I thought she was really pretty. I would always tell her, you're so pretty. I just think it was a thing of not liking Hispanic people in general. That's really what I think it was. And we had a meeting one time, and in the meeting the managers were stating that we're not responsible for you realizing if you have a table or not. The servers are supposed to be watching their sections, looking at their tables the entire time, and if they see a new table, they go and approach it. They don't just ignore it or not check their section. So that had happened, and this one specific day I sat a table in her section, and I didn't tell her because we're really not supposed to tell servers. We don't have to. It's not our job. So I sat people there, and then I heard her in the hallway, and I just so happened to go into the hallway because I had like an Uber Eats order. Oh my god, those kids. Just, if you guys hear that little horn, I'm sorry, just ignore it. But and I just so happened to walk into the hallway to pick up an order and just put it in the bag, get silverware and all that, and give it to the customer. But I happened to hear her make a side comment saying, I'm not doing my job. I didn't let her know that she had a table. And I turned around and I was
like, it's not my job for me to tell you if you have a table or not. You're not paying attention to your section. That's not my fault.
And we just started exchanging words back and forth in like the hallway, and we're yelling at each other, and all the servers are just kind of looking at each other. And I got so mad this time, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm shaking, like I want to fight her.
I was like, I want to fight her, like I'm not doing anything wrong, and I'm really cool, like I'm really chill, I'm really relaxing. There's no reason to ever make me mad, to ever like try to be mean to me. Like I'm really understanding, I'm really nice.
This happened, I was just kind of like over it. I was mad, I didn't want to be at work, and I have the manager come up to me and she's like,
hey, I know it's not your job, I know we just had a meeting about this, but can you just let her know when like somebody is in her section so she doesn't come and tell me and bother me? Like she's been getting on all of our nerves.
Like, why are you telling me this? Like, why aren't you correcting her? This isn't my job. Correct her. Go tell her that. Don't tell me that, because you're starting to irritate me, and I'm gonna have a problem with you now, and I want to have a problem with you, and you're the manager. After that, I was just kind of like, I finally got the opportunity to serve. I was finally able to be a server, and I was so happy. I was so hyped. My manager comes up to me and she's
like, hey, are you ready? Are you excited?
And I'm like, yes, I'm so excited.
She's like, I'm gonna give you 6 tables. You know, I need to see how you do under pressure. Like, you know, we get busy, so make sure you got this.
And I was like, okay. And I was really like nervous, like, oh shoot, this is my moment. Like, I've never been a server before. What do I do? I'm like taking orders, and I'm doing good. You know, I'm getting tipped. Like, money's coming in, and I'm just like, oh, I got this down. I got this. You know, servers got side work. So then I had to do my side work, and clearly you can't go home until somebody checks your side work and they tell you that you're good. You can go home now. So I did my side work and I went home. I came the next day and I was told that I didn't do my side work correct. That's weird because I did it, but okay. Next day came by. I supposedly still didn't do it. Third day came by. I didn't hear nothing. Fourth day, you're no longer gonna be a server. Why? Like, what did I do? And they're like, you're not doing your side work. I'm like, I am doing my side work. You can check the cameras. You can look at the cameras. I've been doing my side work the entire time. They're like, no, it's been dirty. So-and-so's been telling us. Who was so-and-so? That girl. Like, what the heck is her problem, dude? Like, I haven't done it. And I was really getting upset, you guys, because I really wanted to be a server. Like, I was so patient. And the next day, I went back, and I was back to being what I was. And I was so bothered and upset. And I overheard her making a side comment saying, some people are just not meant to be servers. That's it. That's it. In my reality, if you're a magician, you should be able to do stuff immediately without having a candle or anything like that. So I was just kind of like, what's something I can do? And it popped up in my head, I can create a chi ball. So for those that don't know what a chi ball is basically a ball of energy. And most people from my knowledge use it to heal people. But you can use it to create a little chaos. I'm like standing there and I have like my desk right here. and you know, customers can walk in this way and they're basically where you are, where the camera is, and we're looking at each other, but there was no people there this time, so I'm just like standing there keeping my hands like this, but like trying to make it not noticeable. And my main intention was to send her to the emergency room. Don't go crazy now, just wait. So my intention was, let me send her to the ER because I'm mad. She was pregnant, you guys, so I was just like, I'm gonna send her to the ER, like I gotta do something, like I'm so mad. Doing this Chiba, and I'm just like, let's put illusions of problems in her stomach so she can think that there's something wrong with her baby. So I'm putting illusions, I'm putting pain, I'm putting like back pain, I'm putting put like energy of, instead of her getting most of her tips, I would get tips. So kind of like, I don't even know how to really explain it other than it switched like our energies kind of in a way. And so I just remember I put like a bunch of stuff, and she just so happened to walk past me. So right when she walked past me, I went, whew, and like, you're supposed to go, whew, and like send it to her. And I was just staring at her, and I was just like, oh my God, like I don't want to fight, but I want to fight. Like, and the next day came by. It's already getting late, and she still hasn't came by. And I'm like, okay, she's not gonna come. Where is she? Like, I'm confused. And because I always see everybody come in and out of the restaurant, so I'm like, where is she? Like, I don't get it. The phone rings. I see my manager walk past me, go answer the phone. She answers. Over here saying,
You're going to the emergency room. Oh my God, what happened? Why? Like, are you okay? The baby? Is something wrong?
oh, it happened. They get off the phone, whatever, she walks away, and I'm laughing. Eventually I stopped working there, and I was still really cool with my manager. I was still really cool with a lot of my coworkers. So we used to like meet up. I'm gonna call my manager Leticia, I don't know. So I'm like, yo, Leticia, and she was like, yeah. I was like, you remember when you got a phone call that day and so-and-so went to like the ER? She was like, yeah. I was like, remember she made me mad? And she was like, yeah. Now Leticia, you guys, she has been knowing that I do stuff. Like, I used to read her tarot cards like every time I break, almost every time. She knew what I did. And I was like, I did something to her because I was really mad that she took serving away from me. And she started laughing, you guys. My manager just started laughing. She's like, I'd be mad too, Mika. Like, if somebody did that to me, I'd be so mad. She's like, hey, that's why you don't fuck with people like that. Leticia, like, that was my favorite manager ever. I love you. If you're watching this, I love you. I know she watches my videos on here sometimes. She ended up coming back from the hospital, and I remember I even asked my manager, because I never found out really what happened. I didn't see her the next day after that. So I asked my manager, I'm like, so what did end up happening to her? She was like, she came back the next day and said that she was basically fine. There was nothing wrong. She just freaked out because she had some like pain, and she thought that something bad really happened, but she went and they told her that everything was really fine. There was nothing wrong, no complications and nothing. And I was like, Shoot, I forgot to mention, I ended up actually, as a host, you don't really make a lot of tips, but I ended up making about $81 that night. That's so unheard of when you're a host, and everybody was looking at me like, what did you do? What did you do? And I was like, I was just being me, like, just being me, you know what I'm saying? Now, this is the one that I'm really, honestly, just really proud of. I got my target. I shouldn't be proud, but I'm proud. I told Stephanie something that I really, really wanted to do. And Stephanie ended up taking that idea to herself and just using my idea, and I was so mad. And I was mad at the fact that she took something that I wanted to do, and there was a big meaning behind what I wanted to do. It was sentimental to me, and to know that it was just taken and did it with somebody else and got a lot of credit for it, I was just really upset about that, and I felt like that wasn't right. I tried to ignore it. I was like, I'm not gonna do nothing on this person. I'm gonna ignore it. We're not gonna do anything. We're gonna be peaceful about it and just cool, and we're gonna let things go, because you need to be positive and just think positive things and just be happy, because that's the wave. And then eventually I just couldn't do it no more. I just had so much anger built up in me from this that I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, got a picture of her, got some alcohol, got a jar. I'm gonna do this. Did what I did. And I worked with this person too, so I was just like, oh my god, I don't want to like leave my job because they work there. Like, they should leave their job. I shouldn't leave my job. I remember specifically what I wrote: to really be working at my job anymore. I didn't want this person to ever be in the same room as me. I didn't want this person to be able to really like talk to me, and I want this person's life to kind of be ruined. So a week went by. I remember this perfectly. A week went by, you guys, and I kept seeing we weren't crossing each other like at work. Like, usually we would have the same days almost every day, and this time I wasn't even seeing her. I didn't see her at all, even just randomly. Like, I wouldn't see her, and I thought it was so weird. And I was checking the schedules, and I realized she got less days. She went from working like 7 days to now working 4 days. And I was like, huh. And they were on different days. They weren't on the same days anymore. And I was like, that's weird. And I remember like 2 weeks went by, whatever. And then we had a day together, and I was like, this is gonna be interesting. I wonder what's gonna happen. So I kid you guys not, I noticed that every time I was walking into a room, she couldn't be in there with me. I would go into the kitchen, she would leave that kitchen immediately. I'd be going to the left side, she'd be going from the left side to the right side. Like, she couldn't be around me, and I was like, did this really work? Like, is this real? And so I even noticed that she was getting like customers that just were giving her a hard time, and I was like, what? And I'm noticing that I'm walking past her and I'm picking up on her, and there were words that were basically saying that she was stressed out and really not okay and kind of depressed a little bit. And I shouldn't, but I'm really like, oh yes, it's working, it's doing the damn thing, it's working. And I ended up finding out that her and her boyfriend had actually broken up. So this girl had basically just got less days at work, her relationship was ruined, and her customers really weren't tipping her that well. And so there was that, you guys, and eventually I ended up actually leaving that job. I did end up leaving. I found another job that I liked way more, and it just paid so much more. That spell was still accurate. I had never seen her. This person was even getting drama from the managers, you guys. Like, I created so much things in her life because I was mad, and she shouldn't have crossed me. And I'm not saying it was good, but I'm just saying that don't cross people that can do spells. I'm just kidding, but don't. Other than that, that was really my like stories, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this story. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I hope you found them entertaining, and I'll see you guys next time.